The Buddha went out on search of the causes of suffering, of affliction, 2,500 years ago. And what he found eventually was a nightmare. His night of enlightenment was a night of nightmares. He saw people going to war within themselves, within their communities, within their countries, again and again, after century after century after century. And seeing it, staying with the pain, he found some causes. He found, yes, we try and escape from old age, sickness, suffering, death, having what we don't want, wanting what we can't have, and all the mental afflictions that come from that. And I became a Buddhist and eventually a Buddhist nun because my background was psychology. I worked with people with mental health problems, addictions, and it all spoke very true to me. And in the time since I learnt about this, I've worked in a number of different countries, using what I've learnt about how we try and escape for what's going on inside ourselves, and we cause more and more harm to ourselves and others. And looking for ways to stop. So Buddhism's very practical. All the different kinds of meditations and stuff are to help us stop and see what's really going on, starting off with our own heads. And then we can go on a different path. And that path, from a small view of life to a bigger view, enables us to be with others, be grounded ourselves, and help others. But that's a dangerous thing too. It's very dangerous if we don't come from a grounded place. So that's why we have lots and lots of training. And it helps in all circumstances. People with AIDS in Zambia in the 90s, people in Sarajevo, the effects of war, in India, oppression, poverty, and all of this here in this country. And I am a grassroots worker, and I'm interested in coming together with different faiths. I've done that in Leicester, and I've done that in Islington, where we've done things that we could see that would help. A drop-in centre in Leicester, kind of chaplaincy support, and particularly in Islington, where we came together as people of different faiths about 4 years ago, and we looked at what was really going on in our parishes, our churches, our temples, and we saw the link between poverty and mental health. And we came together and we thought, well, what can we do about it? How can we help? How can we help the people that come to us in crisis? And we found the right people to give trainings on mental health first aid, on the ways of helping people with advice, and advice to take care of ourselves in our centres. Very sadly, one of our imams was murdered when he'd been trying to help someone there. So I'm very interested in the practical ways we can help. And in the workshop later, that's what I'd like to know from each person who comes to it. What is going on? What are the needs? And what can we do as people of different faiths coming together? Thank you.
Thank you, Modgala.